Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Kneon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And it looks like the voice actor strike in video games is over for now.
Why do they have a rainbow behind the SAG-AFTRA thing?
Reading Rainbow.
Because it's June?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So anyway, it's over. They're over the rainbow. We're going to talk, I think Geeky's over the rainbow. We're going to talk about this. This is coming from Rock, Paper, Shotgun. Apparently they reached a tentative agreement with game companies that could end the latest voice actor strike. And a lot of it was about AI. And I'm going to tell you what I think is actually putting an early end to it is AI. Because we're seeing companies like Sony using AI, experimenting with AI voices. We're seeing, Fortnite using James Earl Jones' voice. It's like, you know what? At this point, just take what you can get because you don't know how much longer you're going to be able to get it. Mm-hmm. That is my personal opinion on this. And I think it's going to become more and more common for people to sell their voices, especially if they have an iconic voice like James Earl Jones, to sell their voices, and then there's no room for actors. And they were mad about that. SAG-AFTRA was mad that James Earl Jones' family allowed them to use voice in Fortnite because they're like, oh, we needed to have one of our union actors.
They were just mad because they didn't get a cut.
They didn't get a cut. Yeah. So this actually, I think, is why it's ending. We're going to take a look at what the official reason is, but I think the official reason is. But I think the reason it is that they're like, yeah, okay, if we don't do this, they're just going to replace us all anyway. Because video games, especially, they can replace everybody pretty easily. They're already stepping over them. They're already casting non-union actors in like Genshin Impact and games like that. And it's like, yeah, it's not going very well. So let's talk about it. Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. You'll get a woohoo if you do.
Woohoo.
Check out Orcs Are A-Holes at badorcs.com. That's badorcs.com. I guess sponsoring this video. We're sponsor ourselves. Sure. Speaking of woohoos, though, Nintendo's been firing a lot of their, well, not firing per se, but they've been letting go a lot of their longtime voice actors, including Charles Martinet, and including the actress that did Peach and Toad. And people think it does have something to do with the union.
It could be. I don't know.
Because, these people have been doing the roles for years. Now, Charles Martinet was older, but again, they got blindsided in the case of the Peach actress. She found out the day Mario Kart World came out that she wasn't a part of it.
Well, wouldn't you think that we weren't called in to be recording something that you weren't going to be part of it?
You would think like, hey, there's a new Mario Kart game coming out. Cool. I'll probably be getting a call soon. Okay. That phone's going to ring anytime now.
Or unless they did record something, they changed it. I don't know.
I could be too. I don't know. But they think that I'm not 100% sure, but they think that has something to do with it. So yeah, I think it would be stupid for the union to keep pushing it, especially now when the shots have been fired. Sony's doing the AI Aloy, and we're using James Earl Jones' voice and all that, and it sounds pretty good, or at least it sounds good enough for a video game, right? Mm-hmm. I think there's a little bit of a difference. You've got a little bit more leeway with the video game than you do, I think, with a movie or an animated series. So it's come from Rock, Paper, Shotgun. SAG-AFTRA union reaches tentative agreement with game companies that could end the latest voice actor strike. So they said they've reached a tentative agreement with a group of game companies that could bring an end to the latest voice actor strike, providing it gets approved by the union's national board and members. The tentative deal puts in place the necessary AI guardrails that defend performers' livelihoods in the AI age, alongside other important gains. That's been the key issue at the heart of the strike, with the union saying a desire to push for protections against voice actors being replaced or imitated by AI, though it has previously faced some criticism for how it's handled striking deals with companies that use AI. It's unavoidable.
Yeah, there's no way you're going to avoid AI. It's here to stay. It sucks, but I think you said many times, I think it can be used correctly. It can be used in a wrong way, and hopefully they're trying to avoid the people using it, to just replace everyone.
I think performers have a right, if their voice is unique and their voice is iconic, again, looking at James Earl Jones, I would consider somebody like Casey Kasem, although the technology wasn't there before he passed, unfortunately, someone like that. If you had the opportunity to bottle their voice and they were consenting to that and their family would profit from that for decades, I don't see a problem with it. Everyone is it's consensual. Now, what happened was when you got the union involved in the case of Darth Vader, and they're like, well, you need to cast a union actor to replace James Earl Jones. I'm like, but he's never going to sound like James Earl Jones. His voice is so unique. I've heard other Darth Vaders in video games and stuff like that, and it doesn't sound like him.
It wasn't just that. They thought they should be at the table with the family doing the negotiations and getting a cut of it.
That's what they're afraid of. That's what they're afraid of. I think if somebody's getting up there and they're like, hey, yeah, there's like decades of my work that you can go through. You can create an AI version of my voice and I'm still going to get paid and I can retire. You know what? I tell you the truth. I'd do it. I'd be like, you know what? This character's associated with me. I've been doing it for 30, 40 years. I really don't want somebody else to do this character. Maybe it's a role, I originated or whatever. It's like, and if they want to buy my voice and I know that my voice is going to be attached to that character from now until the end of time, and that my family, my kids, my grandkids are going to get a check every time they use it, I'll do it. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's my thought. But the thing is they want to get involved in it. And the unethical use of AI is like scraping other actors' voices, changing the pitch a little bit, non-consensual. Mm-hmm. Non-consensual voice grape. I don't know what you'd call it.
I was gonna say you're just gonna make some grape joke here in a minute. I was waiting for it. That's why I was quiet. I was like, here it comes.
All right.
That was a non-consensual bad joke. Anyway.
I never ask anyone's permission to tell a dirty joke. I just, the agreement and the union have announced, and the union's just announced with a group of companies, which includes Activision, Blind Light, Disney Character Voices, Inc., Electronic Arts, Epic Games, Formosa Interactive, Insomniac, Take-Two Productions, and Warner Brothers. Sony's not on the list?
No, but that is interesting, but a lot of the other ones are.
Yeah. Our video game performers stood strong against the biggest employers in one of their world's most lucrative industries, said Fran Dresser. Their incredible courage and hey, I like Fran Dresser.
Duncan Crabtree Ireland this too?
I'm sure, right? This whole thing is basically trying to stop technology from marching all over people's jobs, which I understand. I get it. Like, right? People think we're anti-union. No.
We're anti-stupidity.
We're anti-stupid, and we're also realistic, right? And we've been saying the whole time that, like, if you cost more, if you cause the studios headaches, they're going to step over you. And I think what's going on is we've seen multiple examples of them stepping over the union. Mm-hmm. That, casting other actors for roles in different video games. Broadcasting that they have the technology to do AI voices, using it with James Earl Jones. This was all about like, look, you take what we give you, or this is what the future is going to look like for you. And
it very much probably was, because it's just like, look, you're replaceable.
Everybody's replaceable.
Yeah. You work with us, or we're just going to replace you.
Even Fran Dresser, she's replaceable too. Duncan Crabtree Ireland is also
I'm sorry, replaceable. I was waiting for it's either one or the other. Usually you hear about Duncan more than you hear about Fran anymore, but yeah.
But so this is where I get pissed off though. They're talking about the Darth Vader voice, right? So the Vader bot was made with the blessing, of actor James Earl Jones' family, but the union took issue with Llama Productions allegedly having chosen to replace the work of human performers with AI without notifying SAG-AFTRA or bargaining with it. Epic have revealed that they plan to give players tools to create their own AI-powered NPCs. I think it's bullshit that the union thinks they have to get involved when it was between the James Earl Jones and the family and Epic Games.
Right, I agree. That's just that they're just mad because they should get a cut of everything. Make no mistake, that's what this is about.
That's what this is all about. And I think they're looking at like, yeah, we better make a deal because if we don't, we're going to get cut out completely. And I guarantee you they're going to start making deals and selling off the rights to different actors' voices. They already started doing that like immediately after the other, the regular actor strike, SAG-AFTRA strike. They started cutting deals for people's likenesses and stuff, but they get a cut, so it's okay.
Right, because they get a cut.
That's okay if they do it. All right, we're going to wrap this up.
Yep.
Please subscribe for more pop culture, news, views, and rants. Again, check out badorks.com. That's badorks.com. Thanks so much for watching. We'll talk later.
Bye.